What's up, everyone? Wacka here, welcoming you back for week 3 of Sacred Draft Shrine. We are up against our co-leader, the Reunited Kingdom, and he is bringing Mega Sableye, Heatran, Mienshao, Ditto, Slowbro, and Gliscor. And I think in the back he had Rotom Frost, uh, Dragalge, Tapu Bulu, Swoobat. And there's one more, I can't think of it right now. I apologize because I am a bit sick right now, but I need to. Well, I don't need to, but I wanted to record this while I still have the time. Um, we are bringing Mega Scizor, Tornadus, Therian, Deoxys Defense, Vaporeon, Alolan Marowak, and Galarian, Weezing, which is actually kind of weird now I think about it. Everything is like an alternate form or something. Like I got my Mega, I have a Therian, I have Deoxys form. Vaporeon's like a different um it's like a different form of like EVs. Alolan Marowak and Galarian Weezing. Huh, I just realized that. So anyways, um our scissor set is pretty average. It's just Bullet Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Roost. The EVs I honestly can't remember. I think it was more like defensive, but I think it was more defensive in case of like Gliscor. It might have been like specially defensive, but I don't remember. It wasn't like adamant offensive from what I remember. Our Torn is Taunt, U-Turn, Defog, and Hurricane, which is mainly supposed to be like our speedy bulk support. Um, it's kind of meant to just outspeed everything and click Hurricane, maybe get a confusion off on like the Heatran if it comes in, or uh, just kill like half his team because most of his team doesn't like Hurricanes. His Hurricane switch in his Heatran, which paired with Vaporeon, I think I handled Heatran pretty well in prep. Deoxys is a support mod for Marowak, mostly. In the battle, you'll see it actually does a lot more than I expected it to. Its set is, I believe, Recover, Trick Room, Teleport, Knockoff. The reason I have Knockoff on Deoxys and Scizor is because I felt like against a stall team, having Knock spam is does really good. Um, but in hindsight, I don't think it was too important. I could have run like Psychic or like Ice Beam or something, like anything but Knockoff. But yeah. Um, it's basically meant to click Trick Room and teleport into Marowak, and then Marowak just kills like 3 mons, and then Trick Room runs out, and then the team is so broken that's pretty much how you win. Vaporeon is meant to just Wish Pass into Marowak, Galarian Weezing, Deoxys. Because, like, even though Deoxys is bulky, I'm pretty sure I'm Fizz Def as well on the Deoxys. Um, I did a lot of mixed things with my EVs. Like, all of my Mons, except for Marowak, have investments in, like, literally all of their stats, except for, like, the one that they're not going to be using. So, yeah, this Vaporeon, I believe, is mostly specially defensive. With the Scald. Scald instead of turn because I didn't want to just kind of lose the Gliscor. Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell. It is kind of taunt bait, but I figured I kind of had to bring Vaporeon because most of his team can't beat it. Our Marowak is a pretty standard Alolan Marowak set with Bone Ring, Shadow Dome, Flare Blitz, and Stealth Rock. I figured if I'm going with the knock spam route, I felt Marowak had to run Shadowbone instead of Poltergeist, which is probably going to be a trend because I feel like people won't be running items versus Marowak, although I could be wrong. That's like the one thing about Poltergeist I don't like. Like, yeah, it's a physical ghost move, but I feel like it's so easy to just like prep against Poltergeist by just bringing a mon that doesn't have an item. So like, um, so I opted to go with Shadowbone plus Shadowbone plus Flare Blitz, like two shots everything anyways. Poltergeist wasn't really giving me any one shots that Shadowbone and Flare Blitz weren't. So Shadowbone for me was the easier option. Then we got a Galarian Weezing, which is actually a really good stall breaker. So I can Flamethrower, Flash Fire Heatran, I can deny Mienshao of its Regenerator, I can deny Imposter Ditto, I can deny Regenerator Slowbro, I can deny Magic Bounce Mega Sableye, and I can also deny Poison Heal Gliscor, which is really funny. So, yeah, Galarian Weezing puts in a lot of work. So, starting off here, I figured he might want to lead the Sableye and get his Mega Evolution off. I didn't see him leading Heatran. If he did, I just go right into Vaporeon. So I lead Scissor, and I get my lead correct, I believe. Yeah, he goes Sableye. We both Mega Evolve. He actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so he doesn't actually Mega Evolve. So I bring in Galarian Weezing as I dodge the Wisp, which is unfortunate for him, but honestly that didn't really matter too much. Excuse me. So I'm coming out on Toxic, and I felt like it was going to be like Toxic Taunt, so I just went into Torn to see if I could get any damage off on the Heatran. I was hoping maybe I could like bluff Focus Blast, but obviously he just doesn't really care. So I go back into Vaporeon with a little bit of chip, and sadly he misses that first Magma Storm, which kind of mattered, kind of didn't, but like as you can see, my Scald wasn't like doing anything. And I'm slowly losing HP to Toxic and Taunt. I'm also trapped, so I literally can't do anything. And I'm kind of forced to keep Vaporeon in. Which is okay, because we got rid of the Heatran, which is mainly what the Vaporeon is for. And considering a Heatran 1v1 the Vaporeon is really impressive to me, because it really blocked my ability to heal Bell and Wish. So he goes Mienshao and then U-turns into Slowbro. I didn't want to risk the Flamethrower, so I decided to go into Deoxys. As he shows off Yawn, so I just keep going Scissor. I'm pretty sure he said his Slowbro had counter for a bit. Which I didn't even know it got counter. So I thought that was kind of funny. So he opts to finally Mega Evolve, and then I was just gonna Toxic it because I can go through Magic Bounce. And I figured his Gliscor really can't do too much to Galarian Weezing. So here he actually goes Ditto, and it actually blocks him from getting the Imposter. Sadly, I crit him, but honestly, I don't think it mattered too much because Ditto was an Imposter with the Weezing. So I kill the Ditto with the Weezing. I go Slowbro on the, or he goes Slowbro, so I go Deoxys to like scout what it does. So now I have to play around the future sight, and I have to kind of hope that I can take the Slowbro's hits with Deoxys every time, because nothing on my team really wants to take like a future sight plus another attack. Maybe Scissor can, because at this point I realized I didn't really need Scissor as much, but having that extra like pivot and like a mon that just lives one of every hit except for like Mienshao Blue's kick or like Fire Punch. I don't know if it was running Blaze Kick or Fire Punch, but I figured in case he was, I need to make sure I was fine with that. Um, so he U-turns with the Mienshao. I figured he really can't do too much because Glaring Weezing is at full health. So even if he's Sword Stance, I can just teleport right into Glaring Weezing. I can click Toxic on something, which I get the Toxic off on the Slowbro, which is cool. I realize at this point he doesn't have like Psychic. Because yeah, he showed Scaldion Teleport at Future Sight. Is this the turn I'm thinking of? No. Okay, so you turn on the Gliscor and go back into Deoxys, which is... I didn't really expect Deoxys to just do everything. It's just tanky enough to like come in and soak up every hit and then recover it off and then teleport out. So I go into Glaring Weezing on his U-turn. And I believe he goes into Gliscor and I Bane Split it? I don't remember, but for whatever reason I thought Gliscor had more HP. I guess that's the one thing about Gliscor that's good, is that Pain Split doesn't screw it up too much. So I go into Torrent on his Earthquake, and then I crit him with Hurricane, which actually mattered because he said he was Spadef Gliscor, which was upsetting, but I mean overall I don't think Gliscor was gonna really do too much versus my team. And then he sacks off the Slowbro. So now it's the end game where he decides to go Sableye. I kind of just want to show off that I could like do all this stuff with Weezing because it's funny. So yeah, I Toxic the Magic Bounce user. And then I go Deoxys, and I got off the recover because I wanted to get a Marowak to just like finish the game, although I think at this point he was just kind of sacking. So he goes Mienshao. I didn't think he had Swords Dance at this point. I thought he'd have like Blaze Kick, but it looks like maybe he had like U-turn knockoff Swords Dance Close Combat or something. I knew I'd live, and even then if I died I didn't really care, because Marowak at this point kind of just wins. So I Shadow Bone the thing, and then I Flare Blitz the Mienshao. I honestly thought I would kill, and he thought I would too, because according to my calcs it should have killed. I think I might have low rolled, and he might have had like defensive investment on the Mienshao, but the Marowak should have O-coded. But yeah, we win. 5-0, the Marowak popped off, the Tornadus popped off with the crit. I think it even got like a crit U-turn at some point. Unless that was Scissor I'm thinking of. And then Vaporeon just sacked its life for getting rid of Heatran, which was, I think, the biggest answer to the Scissor. But honestly, I think, yeah, Scissor only clicked U-turn. It didn't take any damage. There's some mons on my team that just took like, well, no. Actually, my team is a lot more dead than I thought. I knew if it was an end game, I wouldn't have just like sacked off the Deoxys. But yeah, Marowak pops off. I actually really can't wait to use this thing. Like Marowak is so scary to prep. Like if the Gliscor can't switch in on it, then like nothing's gonna want to switch in on it, except for like Incineroar maybe. But even then, you get like Boomerang. And paired with like Deoxys and Vaporeon, oh man, this team. I love my team, and I can't wait to use it for the next 7 or so weeks. Maybe we'll make playoffs because of it. Who knows? And GG's to TRK. He's one of my good friends, and he's also a leader of SDS. So getting to play him is fun. Especially because he thought he'd be all disgusting with his stall team. And I just draft like anti-stall. But well, most of my anti-stall is like Galarian Weezing, because like, not that I'd stay on like most of his mons, but like I deny his regenerator, I deny his grassy terrain, I deny his poison heal, I deny a posture, I deny a magic bounce, I deny a flame, not flame body, uh, flash fire, that's the one I'm thinking of. Um, I deny Dragalge's adaptability, I deny Rotom's levitate, although that doesn't really matter, because I don't think Galarian Weezing gets a ground move, but like, just the thought of denying so many abilities with Weezing is super cool. Which is nice because it allowed me to break through his team. Like, in prep, I look at his team and I figured, well, I don't even really have to face the stall. I could just let the stall kill itself. I mean, for the most part, that's the Gliscor, and like to an extent, you could say Sableye, like kind of just killed themselves instead of me killing them. Although Torn getting the crit and the Gliscor kind of sucked, but yeah. My original plan was to just like hope he didn't remember about neutralizing gas, like screwing up most of his abilities. Um, I thought at first that Ditto wasn't even imposter, and then I realized, oh, I'm freaking neutralizing gas. And then like Gliscor, I plan to stall it with like Deoxys or like Vaporeon in prep. Mostly like Deoxys because Gliscor doesn't stay on Vaporeon. Maybe the Scissor. And I was just gonna wait for like 8 turns, and then on the last turn I was just gonna go like Weezing, and then the Gliscor just like loses all its health. Which I thought that would be like really funny, but yeah. Again, GG's to TRK, and hope to get this video up soon. I also need to upload the my trades, because I haven't uploaded that video yet. Yeah. Thank you for watching.